Welcome to Dunkin' Donuts. You are now a part of the world's leading brand of coffee and baked goods, serving more than 5 million guests every day all over the world. As the brand keeps growing, the story continues to be written, and you are a key part of it. Dunkin' Donuts' success started over 65 years ago on the East Coast of the United States. The founder, Bill Rosenberg, owned a restaurant in Massachusetts that was famous for its delicious donuts and great-tasting coffee. This magical flavor combination of coffee with donuts was so good that his guests began dunking their donuts into their coffee. In fact, so good that in 1950, he changed the name of the restaurant from Open Kettle to Dunkin' Donuts. An instant success, that original restaurant is still serving the great and irresistible combination of coffee and donuts that you now find worldwide. That global explosion began and started serving guests in Canada in the mid-60s. Years later, the first Dunkin' Donuts was opened in Japan. And jump forward to today, the brand has grown to over 12,000 independently owned and operated restaurants in over 40 countries that licensed the brand from the United States-based corporate headquarters. Guests love our donuts. The brand now sells over 2.8 billion donuts and munchkins every year throughout the world. You can share in the guests' excitement as you help them select from the awesome assortment of frosted and filled donuts that come in a variety of sizes and shapes. Although donuts are irresistible with coffee, they're also a fun and unique burst of flavor by themselves. Some are round, heart-shaped, munchkin-sized. They include delicious fillings like creams and jellies, and fun toppings like sprinkles and chocolate flakes. Guests enjoy choconut donuts in Thailand, apricot donuts in Lebanon, and mango sprinkle and crispy rice donuts in Indonesia. With so much variety, there's always a donut for everyone. Dunkin' Donuts is a coffee leader, with so much variety from original blend to espresso, iced coffee, cappuccinos, lattes, culottes, frozen coffee, and more, serving 1.8 billion cups a year. That's more than 25 times around the moon. Guests love that at Dunkin' Donuts they can have beverages made their way. Only the freshest and finest beans in the world are used, 100% Arabica beans, recognized by the industry as a superior grade of coffee bean. Dunkin' beans are part of our own tree-to-cup process that consistently produces Dunkin' Donuts exceptional coffee and espresso. From growing and harvesting to roasting, brewing and tasting, there are many quality checks along the way to make sure our coffee meets our precise flavor profiles. Imagine, it takes roughly 50 coffee beans to produce just 1 cup of coffee. You are an important part of this tree-to-cup process. Once the coffee beans arrive in your restaurant, it's people like you that make every guest experience special and unique so they keep coming back. After their first experience, many guests will keep returning every day. Dunkin' Donuts becomes an important part of their daily routine, a place to enjoy a moment by themselves or connect with others. Delicious espresso and coffee made from the finest beans. The wide variety of mouth-watering donuts. It's this combination that makes Dunkin' Donuts different from any other coffee shop in the world. But Dunkin' Donuts doesn't stop there. Dunkin' Donuts is also known for other delicious products, like croissants, muffins, and bagels. Although specific products may vary country to country, all of the Dunkin' Donuts restaurants have the same high-quality standards and always has options to meet guests' needs. Now you know why millions of guests every day around the world are enjoying Dunkin' Donuts. Thank you for being a part of this successful and growing brand story.
Dunkin' Donuts. It's a name people know, a brand people love, all over the world. And it's about to become your work world. You can play a part in making the Dunkin' Donuts restaurant you work at more fun. As a Dunkin' Donuts franchisee's employee, you'll be a part of a team whose members work together to make the restaurant a place where guests are served efficiently and courteously, and they come to enjoy great food and beverages in a clean and welcoming environment. You're an important part of making the restaurant where you work not only efficient, but also pleasant for yourself, guests, and your fellow team members. For example, by having respect for coworkers and guests. Let's take a look at cell phone use. During your shift, cell phone use is not recommended because if you're using a phone or a similar device while working, you're not paying attention to your team or your guests. Check with your franchisee or manager for your restaurant's policy regarding cell phone use. Being a team player and having respect for your fellow team members can help you provide guests with fast and friendly service and enjoying success as part of one of America's best-loved brands. The franchisee who owns and operates your restaurant is the person who has made the investment and commitment to operate your restaurant under the Dunkin' Donuts brand name. Certain guest service standards are expected of all members of your franchisee's team. There's a common thread that runs through Dunkin' Donuts dress code standards. Promoting a positive attitude that helps make guests feel like they're being served their favorite food and beverages in a clean and welcoming environment. The way you dress at work can positively impact the impression that guests have of you and the restaurant. Dress code standards must be followed. Dress code standards include the following: a hat or visor to restrain hair from falling into food and equipment, a clean, solid white shirt that has a collar, turtleneck, or mock turtleneck, isn't open more than 3 inches below the base of the neckline, and that isn't too tight, see-through, or reveals midriff when bending or raising your arms. A solid brown apron worn full length and tied at the back. Solid blue jeans that aren't cargo pants and that are free of tears or frays. Worn above the hips. The correct size so that they don't drag on the floor or fit too tightly. Blue, not black. And that aren't embellished with rhinestones, patches, or prints. Non-slip shoes without a heel. Approved jewelry such as a plain band worn on the hand, no inset stones. Necklaces worn inside the shirt, and a maximum of 2 post-stud earrings per ear. Unapproved jewelry includes bracelets, watches, and dangling earrings. These can cause food safety issues. A name tag with your name on it so that guests and fellow team members know your name. Too tight, see-through, or non-slip shoes without a heel. A solid brown apron worn full length and tied at the back. Solid blue jeans that aren't cargo pants and that are free of tears or frays. Worn above the hips. The correct size so that they don't drag on the floor or fit too tightly. Blue, not black. And that aren't embellished with rhinestones, patches, or prints. At Dunkin' Donuts, every person that you serve is your guest, and each guest expects and deserves the best you can offer him or her. Guests are why you go to work every day. Without guests, there's no reason to be in business. They are the focus of all you do. Your guests should be your #1 priority. Always treat guests in a way that shows you appreciate them and their business. New workplace, new products, new guidelines, new expectations. Let's face it, for new franchisee employees at Dunkin' Donuts restaurants, there's a lot of new information for you to learn. The training and support provided by your franchisee employer can help you learn the key aspects of your job. Serving guests is the most important part of working at a Dunkin' Donuts restaurant. And it can also be the part that's the most fun, too. Like many people, guests have busy lives, which means they might not have a lot of time to spend in your restaurant. By serving great Dunkin' Donuts products to your guests efficiently, you can help get them quickly on their way to their jobs, their homes, their vacations, their appointments, or wherever it is they're heading. Dunkin' Donuts' training model is learn it, see it, do it, check it. The learn it, see it, do it training process includes the following steps. Learn it. You complete a course. See it. Your manager or trainer will review key information and demonstrate a task. Do it. You will practice what you've learned. Check it. Your trainer may observe you as you complete a task to ensure you're performing it to standard. There's a lot to learn, but remember that your franchisee, manager, trainer, or your fellow franchisee employees will be there to offer encouragement and to help you along the way. Through training, you can work on building the skills and the confidence that can help you become a successful member of your restaurant's team. And you'll be well on your way to making products and serving guests on your own in no time.